Hi there. Oh, I'm the book lady. Hey, have you been to the library lately? Well, guess what? I have. And I got 2 books that I think you're going to very much enjoy. Plus, I think you're going to learn something. Because I did. You know, I read these books before I read them to you, so that, you know, I know the story. And I think you're going to like them. They are good stories, and they have great illustrations. What's an illustration? It's the grown-up word for pictures. This is by Peggy Rathmann, and guess what? She not only wrote the story, she made the pictures. Isn't that something? All right. I sometimes point out the cover page to you, and after we read the story, you'll understand why this is important. And see, those are the thumbtacks that are pushing the paper stars into the bulletin board, okay? Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it into his bulletin board. Safety tip 77. Never stand on a swivel chair. Now, this particular picture, there's a chair. And look where he went. Yeah. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody listened. Sometimes there was. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. Oh, the audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. Of the children clapped their hands and cheered, while some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawing showed a lot of imagination. Wow. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper, and it said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend, Claire. Oh, P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, daycare centers were all calling about the safety speech. "Officer Buckle," they said, "our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog." Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then, one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. Wow! When he finished safety tip number 99, "Do not go swimming during electrical storms," the students jumped to their feet and applauded. "Bravo! Bravo!" they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. Oh. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Knappville School telephoned the police station. "Yes, good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech." "I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway." "Oh, well, how about Gloria? Could she come?" Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Knappville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat! Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. Uh-oh. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, "Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend, Claire. Oh, P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip 101. Always stick with your buddy. Did you like that? I think that's a sweet book, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more, but do you have a buddy? You know, it doesn't have to be your best friend. It might just be somebody that you click and you do things well together. Maybe you like to play with Play-Doh. I used to love to play with Play-Doh. But not all my friends liked playing with Play-Doh. But I had a buddy, and you won't believe it, but it was my grandfather. We played restaurant, and he would order, let's see, I want a fried egg, and I want some bacon. Okay, and I would take the white Play-Doh, and then I'd take some yellow, put it on there so it looked like an egg. Oh, and it made it just perfect. And I put it on a plate, and then I'd take the pink Play-Doh, and I'd make it long and put little ridges in it, and I'd lay that on the plate, and that was the bacon. And we did this forever, and we were good at it. He knew what I was good at, and I knew that he knew the right things to order, things that I could make out of Play-Doh. Yeah, well, Officer Buckle alone, he wasn't so good. But Gloria alone, she just slept on the stage. She was kind of boring. But the two of them together, oh yeah. All right, we're going to read another sweet book called Small Walt. Walt is a snowplow. Now, you know when it's winter, some towns get big snows. School closes, you can't drive on the road, so who do we count on? We count on the snowplows to come through, and essentially they're like giant shovels, and they get all the snow, they move it off so that we can use the streets. Well, this is a good story. You're gonna like this one. Oh, brr. The night air is cold and wet. The city plows stand in a row, ready to fight the snow. Well, there's Walt, the smallest snowplow in the fleet. Maybe this time he won't get picked last. "I'm not taking that little guy," said Big Buck. "Well, neither am I. He's too small for a big snow like this." Walt waits and waits and waits. I think this picture is a little bit sad. All the plows are gone. There's Walt. "I'll drive him," says Gus. Gus starts Walt up. They have keys. They turn it on. Boom, boom, vroom, 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 vroom. It's starting to go. He checks Walt's load of ice-melting salt. Some of these plows move the snow, and in the back, they sprinkle the salt on the street. Yes. He inspects the salt spreader. He tests the plow. Oh, and the lights, very important. They go off and on. "All right, we're good to go," says Gus. The other drivers head out first. Plow after plow after plow. Fat snowflakes hit the windshield, splat, splat, while Walt waits his turn. Big Buck, honk, honk. "Try to keep up, small stuff," he shouts. Grrr, Walt's engine growls. He doesn't like to be called that. Each plow has a route to follow. Walt knows where to go. Your route is like your the map. You know you go down this street, and then you go down this street, and then you go down this street. That's your route. It's what you do, and you know it. First, the bridges. Icy. Bridges ice up quickly. Then the ramps. Ooh, dicey. Walt's tires grip the road. His lights flash. His plow pushes the snow, and his spreader scatters the salt. Boy, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. His engine hums. My name is Walt. I plow and I salt. I clear the snow so the cars can go. The radio squawks. City-wide blizzard. Head home, folks. Head home. But snow fighters work all-nighters. Sleet pelts Walt's windows. Sleet is like really hard rain. It's almost like ice. The wind whips his sides. Long lanes loom ahead. Walt plows on, mile after mile after mile. Oh, so much slush and muck. Ooh, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. His engine thrums. My name is Walt. I plow and I salt. They say I'm small, but I'll show them all. Look at him out doing his job. Whoa. There's a hill ahead. A high, high hill. I've never seen such big drifts. I don't think we're up to this, says Gus. Walt slows. Behind Walt, two bright headlights blaze. It's Big Buck. We could let Buck plow the hill. Walt's engine revs. Vroom, vroom. Okay, says Gus. I hear ya. So, up they go. Up. Up. Uh-oh. Walt's back end skids and slips down, down. Oh, he shudders, sputters, but a plow and a salter can never falter. Plow and salter never falter. Want to try again, Walt? Vroom, vroom. Gus hits the gas. Walt climbs up, 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 up to the very tip top where he stops. You know what? If I were Walt, I'd stop there too, because look, he gets to look down on the whole town. And at night, it's probably kind of quiet. Oh, that's a long way. You can do it, Walt! Not too small, not too small. His engine drums. We're Gus and Walt. We plow and salt. We'll fight the snow. Get ready now. Go! Together they forge a path down that steep, steep hill leaving a trail of salt and Big Buck behind them. We did it, Walt! Oh, yes! Beep, beep! Oh, man. At dawn, Gus and Walt head back to the lot. Gus hollers, "Hello!" Hank salutes. And Big Buck says, "That little guy did a better job than I thought." Chug-a-hum. Oh. Gus chuckles. Then he takes off his winter scarf and he ties it in a bow on Walt's rear view mirror. "A blue ribbon for my buddy." Walt's engine purrs. Never faltered. Never faltered. Gus pats the dashboard and says, "Good night." The plows stand in a row, ready to fight the snow. Small Walt is still the littlest in line, but he's got a big blue ribbon. And good old Gus. "See you tonight, snow fighter." Guess what? This was another story about having a buddy. Walt could do it. He made it up that hill and he made it down that hill because guess who believed in him? His driver, Gus. Gus knew he could do it. Now, Big Buck, hey, little guy, hey, small stuff, they didn't think he was up to it. But Gus believed in him. See, this is what I'm talking about. Your buddy, your teammate, someone you click with. It does not mean that you're going to be best friends. It means you understand how each other work, you respect each other, you are after the same goal. Now, Officer Buckle and Gloria, their goal was to teach the children some rules to stay safe. And so, I was looking at these stars, and it's very small, but for instance, wash your hands after you use the toilet. Never tilt your chair back on two legs. Ooh, boy. That's a big one for me. First of all, it's bad for the chair. And second of all, there's a very good chance that chair is going to fall back with you in it. Never play with spray cans. Never play with matches. Yeah. Always pull the toothpick out of your sandwich. Some of these are kind of funny. Never leave a bar of soap where someone might step on it. Whoops! Stay away from guns. Stay away from cigarettes. Never take other people's medicine. So they're just all these little rules. But they learned Officer Buckle did not do his job as well without Gloria. And Gloria did not do her job as well without Officer Buckle. Well, small Walt could not do his job without Gus. And Gus couldn't do his job without small Walt. See, they all needed each other. And I think this picture is especially cute. Let's see if we can get you there. Because I love the way they've made Walt have eyes. And he just looks so happy and so pleased. And there's Gus standing out waving. And what did Gus do? He took his scarf that was wrapped around his neck because it was a cold, snowy night, and he made it into a bow. So look. Let's see. I don't know if I'm very good at this. And he put it, well, it's very uneven. I should cut this. And he put it in the rearview mirror. He showed Walt, you're a good plow. And you did it. And you and I, as a team, we got the job done. Gloria and Officer Buckle, as a team, they got the job done. Sometimes in life, it helps to find that kind of person. It might be a parent, might be a brother, sister, you don't know. Now you think, well, gee, book lady, you're sitting there all by yourself. How are you doing it? Well, number one, I do have someone who helps me, and that's you. Yeah, you come and watch the book lady read books. If I didn't have you, why would I read the books? I'd just stay home and read the books to my dogs. See, so you are very important, and we work together well. Now, I want to remind you that you can find the book lady on YouTube. It's very easy. You go to YouTube and you type in the book lady, and I think you'll find me. And you will also see all the different books we have read. We have read hundreds of books. Because where do I like to go? I like to go to the library. And I think I'm getting ready to go to the library now to get myself 2 more books to bring back and read to you. Oh, I cannot wait to see you next time. And until next time, I'm the book lady. Bye-bye.